Hi, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's really nice to have you guys here. In today's video, we're going to be writing a very simple Python code that is able to do algebra and will be able to do calculus. So it will be able to solve your algebra equation and it will be able to solve your calculus equation. So the goal of writing this code is whenever you have algebra or calculus homework, you can solve your homework and you can use this code to go and verify if it is right or wrong, okay? Because this code will not give you the steps, it will only give you the final answer. So it is very good to verify if you got your homework wrong or right, okay? So let's get started. So you don't need to write all of this, but if you want to, you can. So I use text to write all of this. If you look at it, so text, you can just do it this way. But to write the real code, we're gonna start from putting in our library. So this library is actually the one that is going to be doing the calculation for us. Excuse me. So this library will be the one to be doing the calculation for us. We just need to just plug our code in this, to make everything work. Okay. So I'm going to import that. It's trying to connect. You don't need GPU for this. This is a very simple code. Okay. So and the code, very simple, okay, but I will explain line by line, okay. So we're gonna be, so like we wrote a Python function, okay, because we want to be able to call the function again. Remember, when you do def, it means define. Then this is the name of our function. You can call it anything you want, and this is the name of our input. You can call input anything you want, but you have to make sure that you reference the right thing, in here, okay. So then when you put this colon, remember when you press the enter line, you have to continue writing your code on this line. Don't go this way, okay. So continue writing it and make sure that you're on the same line. And then when you get here, make sure that when you write your if statement and you press on a new line, this is supposed to be here, but I think this one works for it too because it's tab. But just make sure that everything is lined up correctly. So this symbol means that these are the variables that you're going to have in your equation. So your variable will be x or y, x and y, but you can have either x or y. So I only have x in my own example, but your equation can actually have x and y, for example, in your differentiation and all of that. Then this one, I'm just taking the input and putting it in an expression, okay. Then I want to check the input, if the input has equal to, right, because if the input has equal to, I want to solve it this way. If it does not have equal to, I want to solve it as a calculus, okay. So but if it has equal to, then I split it, then I use this this library to solve the equation. Then it will give me the result. So if there is no equal to, that is, it's just an expression, right? I just want to evaluate it or differentiate it or integrate it. Then I will do this. Then I will say if it is a number, just evaluate. So imagine that you just have 3 plus 4 or 4 plus 5 and there's no equal to, it will just evaluate it. But if not, let me remove this when I was trying to debug, you don't need to write that. If not, then I will ask the person that do they want to differentiate or integrate. So differentiation and integration is example of calculus, okay. So if like it's advanced maths, okay. So but it's just to show you guys, if you are not familiar with it, with calculus, that you can do calculus. If you're familiar with calculus, good for you, okay. So there is something called differentiation. Again, if you don't know it, just work with it, okay. So you can differentiate, you can integrate, okay, and all of that, okay. So hopefully you guys are able to write the code, because I think this is all the code that we have for today, okay. So now we just need to test this. First, you just have to run this, okay. So now when you want to test it with the example, okay. So remember the name of the function. You copy the name of the function, then we come here, write a new code. We'll do this. Now we want to pass in the equation that we want to evaluate. First, you have to put it inside a code. Okay, so for example, if you want to evaluate this algebra, okay, so you just copy that, then you paste it in here. But there's one thing: anyway you have 2x or 3x or 3y, you have to put a multiplication, meaning that it is 2x, because that's how this library works. Okay, so it means 2x plus 5 is equal to 15. Then the question is find x. Okay, so when we solve this, we see x is 5, and it makes sense because if you understand this, if you know algebra, so this is 15, then you carry 5 over here. 15 minus 5, that's 10. Then we have 2x here, we can say divide both sides by 2. Then we have 2x divided by 2 is equal to x, and 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. Okay, so that's for that. You can see example, so you can use it to solve any kind of algebra, okay, in this form. Then there's another one that we have here. I didn't mean to do that. So let's say we have another one, so but I have to call my solve math equation again, any name you call your function. So let me show you. If I run it this way, it will throw error because it needs multiplication here. So let me show you. So you see it do not give me error, but now I'll just put a multiplication here, and the answer to this should be, so this will go there, it should be minus 5 over 3. Minus 3 over 5. Sorry, minus 3, because this will go all the way, then minus 3 over 5, not minus 5 over 3. Okay, so that's for that one. Then let's solve another one. This one, you see this one has, so this one is x squared minus 5x plus c. So this is like is a quadratic equation if you have done something like that. If not, there's no problem. Just know that this code can also solve that. So okay, now let me put this. So the interesting thing is, if you want to do raised to power, you have to do 2 multiplication. That's how it works. And this one we have to do multiplication like this. Okay, so then you solve this. It gives error. What's the error about? Let's see. Oh, okay, so it seems because I copy and paste, it's saying it doesn't recognize that. Okay, so the solution to this is x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3. Again, if you don't understand quadratic equation, it's fine, but when you get to that level, you can always come back to this code. Okay, so let's use it to solve well, you can also use it to solve like simple math problem, like simple addition or something, you know. Let's just say this plus this, you know. Oh, sorry, you have to put it, so because it has to be a string. There you go, that's the answer. Okay, so let's use it to solve not differential equation to find a derivative of an equation. So solve math. Then remember, you have to put this, but you can see that this one doesn't have any equal to. Alright, so this is gonna be 3 times x, then the x is raised to power this, and this is this. So when I run this, if you know how to solve differentiation, like differentiate equation, this will give us 6x plus 4. Okay, so when I run it, it will ask me, do I want to differentiate or not? And I said enter. See, 6x plus 4. So let's integrate the one equation. Again, if you don't know what this integration is about, don't worry about it, you will know it. But this can solve any math equation. if you put it in the right way. Okay, so remember we have to put multiplication here. So it will ask you, do you want to, so if I integrate this should give me x squared plus 3x. Let me see. Yeah, x squared plus 3x. X squared plus 3x. Okay guys, yeah, so I think that's all I have for this video. Hopefully you guys were able to run the code, write the code and run the code with no errors, and this is going to be really beneficial for you guys. Now if you are not sure if your homework is right or wrong, your math homework, you can always come here and verify it to make sure that your algebra is correct and all of that. Okay, please, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and share my video. I have much more video coming up. So the next series that I have, I want to talk about generative AI. Okay, so we're going to talk about it from the beginning to the end, and I think you guys will really love it. So if you don't know, generative AI, is the kind of AI that was used to design ChatGPT that everyone uses. Okay, so all right, thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.